Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So on today's video, we are going to set up my August monthly budget. This is just going to be an overview that I'm going to reference, and I also will do a budget by paycheck each paycheck. So I really need to get our budget in check, and I thought by doing an overall monthly view to kind of see where estimated we should be at. And then when I go in and do my week, like my bi-weekly plan with me, or sorry, budget by paycheck, sometimes it doesn't work out as I plan, and it's because I'm not budgeting. Like that's what it comes down to. We're not tracking and we're not being careful and we're just spending. Now, I will say in the month of July, I started my Etsy shop. So it's a debt-free business, and I'm happy to say that the money I put out, I have made back in the same month. But with that said, I used our income to buy the things I needed for my shop. So this month, I put out close to $1,000 in expenses, and luckily I was able to close the month back even again. So anyways, that's why August wasn't as great, and July wasn't as great. But I'm hoping starting August now, we can really start using my variable income as well as my husband's. He does kind of like a side gig where he sells on eBay and does really well at that. So he's thinking that he should be able to put another probably $500 into our variable this month that we will be applying towards debt to really start getting back on track with our debt-free journey. So this is my budget Erin Condren monthly deluxe. It is the 7x9, and then I switched and I went to the 8x11, and now I'm waiting for my new monthly because she came out with a new line which has more pages between the months. There's only 4 between each month here, and the new one will have 10, I believe. So I did order the new one. I'm waiting for that, but I wanted to show you guys kind of how I have this set up, and then I will do another setup video when my new monthly comes. But like I said, this is for family finances. I have sinking funds down here, which I need to redo because life did not turn out this way with COVID. And then here is where I was going to do my quarterly, which I'll do in my new one because we do like trash and pest control, which is quarterly. So this is where I write down when they came out last, and so I can kind of keep track of when they need to come out again. This was our sinking funds, but I'm gonna do a new video, and what we're doing today is setting up August. So at every Erin Condren, they have a blank page at the start of the month. What I'm planning on doing is putting an August budget here. Then I will tape this together because I never use it. We will have the monthly, and we will have a budget by paycheck, transaction log, a budget by paycheck, transaction log. Once my new monthly comes, then it will have more pages, and I will do weekly check-ins to keep myself accountable. But right now I don't have the space for that. Like I said, there's not enough. There's only 4 pages in between the months. So we will try to keep ourselves accountable for the month of August. I'm hoping that the Erin Condren shipment comes not too far into August and I can just redo it. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and lay this down right here at the top. I'm gonna try to do it as high as I can without showing that yellow. I also got the neutral layout of the new monthly with the tie-dye cover. I don't know if any of you guys have seen the tie-dye cover, but it's beautiful. And that's the one I got. So I'm hoping though that the neutral layout doesn't have a lot of these. I mean, this is very bright, and so it's hard to utilize some of the pages. So income type, estimated actual, and then we're gonna do income total. So I'm gonna do main for our work income. I'm gonna do variable income. And I'm going to do a buffer. So we try to leave a buffer in our checking account, about $300, and that way we count that at payday of what we had in our account on payday is what I use as our buffer, because it's still income, it's still in our checking, and because we're a zero-based budget type family, you have to account for everything, and the buffer is one of those things. So we're gonna do main, variable, buffer, and then we're going to do our expenses. Now the reason I switched from a 7x9 to the bigger 8x11, which is what my new planner is going to be, is because I needed room. I couldn't get it all there, but we have paid off quite a bit of things in the years that I tried this 7x9 size. And so it should be fine for an overall view. But for a month, like for bi-weekly, I count groceries, gas, all of the small things, I count those, and so I just needed more space. So now I have my fixed expenses budgeted, actual, over, under, and then I'm going to do another strip and do our variable for the same, and then do the total at the bottom. But I don't know where it's gonna land, so we're gonna start right now. So income, we're gonna write main, and we're going to write variable. So variable will be my husband's eBay, my Etsy. However, I haven't decided how I'm going to pay myself yet because I really need to understand the taxes involved in it. But that's what the variable category will be. And then buffer. Okay? Variable could also be if we sold something, if we had a garage sale, any of that. That's just kind of like the unknown type of income that you can put in there. Another thing that you might have heard about is that they might pass another stimulus check. I need to track that. That would go into variable. I'm not going to track that. I'm not going to estimate that, but when I close out August, I will fill in the actual for variable. So that's kind of how the actual will work. This is what I think, and then when I close out the month, I'm gonna come back and actually put the actual what we got paid at the end of the month. So I'm going to say, let me think, what's a good what's a good thing? And I always budget under, so I'm gonna say main, and not under by a lot, but I always budget under like by $100 each. So I'm gonna say that 7,400 for our main. I'm not gonna fill in variable. Actually, I will put in 500. That's gonna be our goal for eBay and whatever I can pay myself for Etsy. Like I said, I don't want to start paying myself till I can really figure out the business side. And then the buffer is going to be 300. Okay, so then let's do this. So that's 82. Okay. I'm already writing not straight. I guess I should have put lines down. But see, that's why I like my budget by paycheck, because I don't like dealing with lines at all. But I also don't like when my writing is all over the place. So we're gonna put them in just in case. Okay, so there's that. Now we are going to fill in the fixed expenses. A fixed expense is something where, let me see if I can zoom you guys in. A fixed expense is something where the amount won't change. So rent. Rent is $1,600. And I'm going to do that for the actual as well. Okay, what's another fixed? Charter, that's our cable, our internet. Charter is a fixed amount, and it is $69.99. Okay, and let's think. We have our auto insurance, which is fixed. And I'm sorry, but I need to reference my last paycheck because it went down. It went down a bit, but I don't recall how much auto. 140. So it was actually 134. 134.73. Okay. Then we have life insurance. And that is $43.70. Okay, we have our, we're gonna say the Suburban. We have a Suburban and a truck. And we pay payments on those, and those are the debts that we're trying to pay off. So the Suburban is $525.35, and the truck is $499.09. Okay, we have childcare. Childcare is $952. We have a loan that we're paying off. When we sold the house, we had our house, I don't know if you were around back when I was talking about that. It ended up being a huge hot mess, and so we got a loan to cover like repairs and stuff for $5,000. So we have a loan, and it comes out, it's like a fixed loan for $50 a month. So that's the other debt we're paying. So we have a car payment, 2 car payments, and a loan payment that we're working on. Okay, Netflix. I'm gonna just, while I have them on my top of my brain, keep writing them. Hulu, HP, Inc., which is technically a business expense, but I don't know how to do that yet. I do have QuickBooks now for my business, and I have everything coming out for that. But I still, like I said, I haven't paid myself yet, so I still pay my expenses with our money, our main income. Okay, so I think that might be it for the fixed. Let me fix these lines. Okay, so Netflix is $12.99. Hulu is $5.99. HP Inc. I pay $14.99. iCloud is $2.99. This is extra storage. And Prime is $12.99. Okay. What else? Loan, Hulu, Prime, HP, iCloud. Okay, so now we have just a few variable. It's my notes. So we're going to now just go right under this with the variable. Okay, and the variable expenses we have is power, water. I guess I could have done my phone, but we'll put it down here since I messed up. And sometimes it does change. And Verizon. And then I do get Young Living oil, essential oils. And that's variable depending on what I need that month. Okay, that is everything that we pay for. And then of course we will have, I don't put in my budget because this is just the bills, but we will have eating out, gas, and groceries. But that's where I do. So what I should do, that's a, like kind of, not a sinking fund, but that's, let's think, what should I name that? Well, I'll do this, cash. Okay, so that's what I considered cash, which I do budget for. So I'm gonna do it that way, and then we will go like this. I'm gonna end this with a cute little washi. Okay. And I'm gonna fix my lines really quick. Okay, let's zoom you out a tiny bit. Sorry. So power has been, I want to say around, well, let me see what it was last month. Oh, there it is. So it's been around, I'm going to budget $130. And if it's under that, that's great. It's not been over that. Water, same thing. I'm gonna budget $120. And Verizon has been around 156 something, so I'm gonna say 157. Young Living, I try to keep under $75. And then this is where I'm going to do the cash envelope stuff. So we are going to add that up really quick. We do $300 per paycheck for groceries, so that's $600. We do $200 per paycheck for gas, so that's $400. We do $150 each paycheck for eating out. That's $300. We do, I'm gonna say $150 a paycheck for entertainment, so that's an extra $100. So we're gonna say that the cash this month is going to be $1,400. And now we're gonna total everything up and see where we're at. So we have $1,600 for rent, $69.99, $134. Okay, and so that's that section. I'm gonna keep going. 130 plus 120 plus 157 plus 75 plus 14. Okay, so this is why I budget, you guys. So the total expenses is $5,806.80. Wow, 81 cents. Where's my whiteout? Not 88. And 81 cents. Okay, so what's the difference? 8. So that it leaves a potential savings of $2,393.19 that we should be able to save and apply to debt. So doing these monthly budget overviews are super important, and I've never done them before. So you're learning with me. But now I know why people do them. I'm a budget by paycheck person. But to lay it all out of what I have to pay in a month and then see what we should be bringing in and what will be going out to see what I should be able to save in a month is eye-opening. And so if we stick to this budget and we stick, which we should be able to, then I should be able to put $2,300 towards debt and savings. And we're kind of doing both. Like, well, and I also didn't budget tithing into this. So that's gonna be a chunk of this. But that's still say, let's say $1,500 that I should be able to put $1,000 into savings and an extra $500 towards debt. And that's kind of right now what we're doing, is because everything with the world right now is so unknown. We are trying to go into stork mode, like Dave Ramsey calls it, where you stop your snowball and you just save. So we're doing majority of that. We're putting most of our stuff into savings, and then we're putting a little towards debt, and that's what we'll do. So $500 a month extra towards debt is our goal right now, and $1,000 towards savings is our goal right now. So this is on track with what we should be able to do. So when we get paid on Friday, I'll come back in and then I will show you guys how I'm gonna set up the month. And I will also, let me see if I have it handy, show you actually I do, it's right here. So I'll set up the month with you guys, and then I will set up the weekly check-in, the transaction log, and then of course my budget by paycheck. So we will do that all together, and I'm excited about it. I'll show you, actually I might have the budget by paycheck already set up on somewhere. Where did I do that? I don't think it was this one actually. Where did I set that up? I'm going to show you what it looks like in a 7x9. So this is what the monthly would look like. I did reformat because I just don't like these and I'd rather have washi. But here it is. So, and this is what the budget by paycheck sticker looks like in a 7x9. And it really helps me stay on track. And I can check everything off as they come out of our checking account and they've been paid. So if you haven't seen that, or you kind of were curious what it looked like in a planner, this is my budget by paycheck sticker sheet. All of this stuff's available in my shop, and hopefully it's helpful with this day and age and what we are all going through right now. Money should not be our stress. And so really taking control of our money and telling our money where it needs to go versus just letting it leave without us kind of owning that. That's what we all need to get back in control of. Hopefully this video helped you. I'd love for you to subscribe if you're new. Now that I'm got back on my debt-free journey, I will be doing weekly budget videos as well as my daily do and hourly plan with me's. And of course I have an Etsy shop. Everything's linked below. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.